You touch him and you're under assault. You're assault. You're assaulting.
The first News Unlimited was a real backyard production, basically. It was with a camcorder and a VHS video recorder, and it doesn't get much more simple than that. I think the main reason News Unlimited is doing the work that they're doing is to try and take a hold of the agenda a little bit more. The great thing about News Unlimited is that it's decentralised. It's a bunch of young, active people with camcorders on their hands filming what they're doing, whether they're actions or ad actions or organising social events, cultural events, and then putting it all together into an exciting montage and getting it out there.
Basically what we've got is 3 26-minute programs every week, which are basically just activist programs, so they're completely dedicated to activism, really. And anything about activism, it can be like up to a 26-minute story on one activist issue, which is like the big one for the week or something like that. And so yeah, it's covered in extensive detail. You do come under the tyranny of having to produce all programs all the time, but it's that very tyranny which makes you do it and makes you produce as much as you do, and sort of it becomes like an addiction, and you just do it because, you know, you have to do it, and you keep on doing it, and you keep on running on that adrenaline.
Regard himself as a bit of a media guerrilla. I mean, just sort of manipulating the media and utilising the media, computers, video, whatever, to institute social change and environmental change. So I had a fair bit of footage ready to go.
Dose the logger.
Dose the logger.
Dose the logger.
You know that the loggers' camp is unattended somewhere nearby, with a hot thermos of coffee for their morning tea. You have 5 sheets of very strong acid in your pocket. It's time to play Dose the Logger.
So I'm actually trying to get to the loggers' camp so I can put some acid
in his coffee. Yeah.
acid in their coffee.
I mean, it's fairly extreme. It's fair. We don't really. I mean, we've got a disclaimer. We don't really recommend you do this.
But it's a great fucking idea.
It's a joke. You know, it's fun.
Okay, so I can choose. I can go.
Yeah,
different
north,
directions.
south, east, or west. This part of the thing's all based on random, so it's totally unpredictable what will happen to you next.
Oh no! Full on. So I got fucking munched by a fucking redneck. New game. Shit, it's a mad dog logger with a chainsaw. Okay, let's go east. Ah, excellent. Choice is yours, to dose or not to dose.
Coffee.
Never seen a tree like that before. It's beautiful.
One guy was loading his own log truck with a bulldozer, and we decided that we'd blockade it, which we did. He came up the hill, and he had to come to a stop, had to leave his truck there, but he radioed out, and about half an hour later, about 14, 15 vigilantes arrived from the neighbouring sawmill.
Go boys, go! Yeah, all right, yeah, great, fantastic. You feel really good.
Yeah. Private property. You're doing malicious damage to private property. Hey, pulp there, what are you talking about?
Hey.
You're burning pulpwood there. Hey. Dog in the bloody bush, you look at this thing.
I had to go up on top of a van. It was getting dangerous. The camera had already been hit once, so I climbed up on top of a van. Somebody gave me a block of wood for protection up there.
We'd like you to lead now, please. Okay. Righto. Righto, so could you please get in your cars and we'll shift ours and you can move out.
The logger vigilante leader had decided that he knew who our leader was. So he went to his van, the van that I was standing on, and the logger was actually going to get inside and try and move it himself, at which stage the owner of the car got in front of the door and the logger threw a punch at him.
Hey.
Oh, then I'll fucking bash your brains in, mate. You understand?
Take it easy.
Oh, everyone.
Hey, stop it. Take it easy. Take it easy. There's no need for this. Hey, Retro. There's no need for this.
Get it on the video, mate. Get it on the video.
We realised that we had the footage we needed to bring some attention to the logging in Mumbler. So we drove to Canberra, which is about a 4-hour drive, just directly. We'd already rung up the ABC and told them what had happened, and they were very interested in getting the footage.
Violence has spread to the wood chip issue. Conservationists blocking the road out of a state forest in southeastern New South Wales were assaulted today by loggers.
Conservationists filmed this encounter. It shows loggers throwing punches. And there were attempts to damage the camera equipment recording the incident. The industry makes no apology for its part in the incident.
And if we have to fight, if we have to physically confront those people who've opposed us for so long, then so be it. Maybe the time has come. And I just say to the people in the industry, if you're going to do that, use your common sense and make sure that it's not being filmed when you do it.
Environment Minister John Faulkner and Primary Industry Minister Bob Collins responded with this joint statement. The violent incident which took place in the southeast forests of New South Wales was deplorable. To have this violence condoned and actually encouraged by someone in a responsible industry position was even more deplorable. The largest timber company in the state announced it was resigning from Mr. Dauber's organisation.
People who belt people in the face ought to be charged. And people who encourage them to belt them should be charged too.
I think that alternative networks of distribution will grow and grow and grow in Australia as more and more people with energy start to put their ingenuity into working out ways to distribute. Oh, it's only getting bigger. It's the very early days now. It's the beginning in Australia, and if it's interesting, you know, it'll build up a watchership very quickly.